What began as an ordinary morning quickly unraveled into the day that shattered everything I thought I knew. I woke up with my usual plan: coffee at the office, a calm drive to work, and then settling into the daily grind. Nothing about the start of the day hinted at what was about to happen. As I was heading toward the highway, my phone vibrated. It was a message from my friend David, saying he was in urgent need of help. Without thinking twice, I agreed. Changing my route to pick him up felt like no big deal, just a small detour to be there for a friend. Driving down a street I didn't usually take, a little cafe on the corner caught my eye. I don't know why it stood out, just one of those odd, passing details. But then I glanced through the window, and what I saw nearly made me slam the brakes. My wife. She was seated at a small table, angled slightly away from the glass. Her laughter floated effortlessly as she smiled at someone across from her. Even from where I sat, there was no mistaking her. A cold shiver raced through me. What was she doing there so early on a weekday morning? My chest tightened as I slowed the car. Something didn't feel right. My mind tried to dismiss it, but the unease wouldn't go away. She laughed again, her eyes glowing with joy, and that's when it hit me. Those smiles weren't meant for me. I pulled over, hands trembling on the steering wheel. Logic told me to drive off, pretend I hadn't seen a thing, but something inside demanded answers. I couldn't leave without knowing. With a weight pressing on my chest, I stepped out and walked toward the cafe. Every step felt heavier, my breath shallow, my heart pounding. Through the doorway, I saw the man sitting with her. He leaned in close, grinning at something she'd said. And then, without hesitation, they kissed. Not a fleeting kiss of friends, but deep, deliberate, full of meaning. The kind of kiss that strips away illusions. The kind of kiss that had no place in a marriage. I froze, rooted to the spot. It felt surreal, as if I were watching someone else's life unravel. But this was mine. My wife. My marriage. My reality tearing apart right in front of me. She hadn't noticed me yet, but when her eyes finally lifted and met mine, her face changed instantly. Shock. Guilt. Fear. Every emotion was written across her expression. For one brief moment, time hung still. She jerked away from him, scrambling to her feet, her lips trembling. I can explain, she stammered. I couldn't even look at her. The nausea rising in my stomach drowned out her words. Excuses meant nothing now. I had already seen the truth with my own eyes. Turning my gaze on him, my voice came out colder than I expected. Who are you? The man stood up, visibly uneasy, but stayed silent. That silence told me everything. He knew. He wasn't innocent. I shifted my attention back to her, my tone sharp and final. Pack your things. You're leaving. Her pleas tumbled out, apologies, desperate promises, but I couldn't hear them. The betrayal was etched into my memory, impossible to erase. She was no longer the woman I thought I knew. I walked out, her voice calling after me as I pushed through the door, but I didn't look back. I couldn't. The days after blurred into one long stretch of emptiness. I moved through life like a shell, feeding the kids, showing up to work, pretending everything was fine. But inside, I was unraveling. Nights were the worst. I'd lie awake replaying that kiss over and over, wondering if anything in our marriage had ever been real. My children became my anchor. They were the reason I got up every day, the only part of my world that hadn't collapsed. I poured myself into being a father, giving them the stability I no longer had. But the wound she left behind lingered, raw and unforgiving. Eventually, I filed for divorce. The paperwork was signed, the separation official. Life carried on, though a part of me felt permanently fractured. She had once been everything to me, and in a single moment, she was gone. Healing came slowly. Not through anyone new, but through the laughter and love of my children. They reminded me that even when life rips everything apart, light still finds a way back in. The betrayal would never fully disappear, but I learned to live with it, to stop clinging to the past, and to step into a future shaped by the love I still had. My kids. They were, and always would be, the reason I could keep going.